And our Saudi correspondent has just joined us, fresh off a plane from Jeddah. We have in the studio the CEO of Spinneys. He's been in Jeddah and been in Saudi Arabia because he's been cutting the ribbon on yet another supermarket. They've also just reported a 14.5% rise in net profit for 2025. Sunil, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the numbers. You've got net profit up more than 14%, revenue up 13%. How much of that is because of physical, pure expansion? Record number of stores opened last year, more than a dozen. And how much is like-for-like growth?
So if you look at like-for-like growth, we have grown 10.7% like-for-like growth. And the two components which I'm very happy to see, one, transaction grew almost 13%. Likewise, the revenue grows 13.1%. So the two elements tell us that the customers who are in the neighborhoods where we have been operating since many years we are giving a new proposition to the customers and they appreciate. And they also give us a repeated buying pattern, which gives us a transaction growth. So both elements have worked really well. A couple of elements which I wanted to mention is private label has grown, as well as the fresh food participation, almost 210 basis points improvement compared to last year. And we opened 13 stores. That also has given us a tremendous growth opportunities, as well as it is responded very well. For example, we opened 4 stores last year. In the past, we never tried to open stores on those communities, but the new value proposition which we have built for customers, it actually works on these existing communities. And I'm very happy for those stores opened recently.
Okay, as we mentioned, 13 stores in 2025 overall. How many are we going to see in 2026? Can you keep up that pace of growth?
I have given a guidance 6 to 11 stores to open for 2026. One of the problems or challenges which we face, though we have assigned stores to open a certain timeline with the property developers, but sometimes it gets moved because of the development is not completed on time. But we should be hopeful to open 6 to 11 stores. I don't want to give other guidelines, but we are looking to exceed those numbers if possible and if it is timely deliverable from the property guys.
How competitive is it to get into a new community?
The new developments, if I look at Dubai white space opportunities, you have seen a lot of development is taking place in UAE itself. And those communities prefer Spinneys or Waitrose anchor to be a food solution, those communities. And existing communities are a bit difficult because it is an established properties. Finding properties within the established properties are quite difficult. But new developments is easier for Spinneys because developers prefer us to be there.
We've been talking about supermarket competition this week. You've got more low-cost players in than ever before. Viva expanding. We've got Majid Al Futtaim coming in with their own offering. And we interviewed the new Choichram CEO, who I know is not new to you because he is your ex-colleague, about the fact that they are cutting prices on 10,000 items. What does that mean for Spinneys in terms of competition and price comparison?
We deliver value to our customers through our fresh food credentials, I should say. And at the same time, we are enhancing and developing our private label, which is very competitively priced. Yet, the quality index of our private label is comparable to the brands probably customers wanted to buy. So we are giving value to our customers through our private label as well as fresh food credentials. We also very responsibly aware that we should be responsibly pricing. If you look at like-for-like stores growth, 10.7, as well as transaction growth, which actually give us a resilient demand from the customers and the loyalty from the brand. So our job is to give customers what they are looking from Spinneys in terms of fresh food and as well as the value propositions, what we have been doing it for them. So we will be always focusing on enhancing those experience. We also have a different fascias whether it is a kitchen by Spinneys, grocer and model, or supermarkets. So we are focusing on those elements, what we can add value to our customers.
You have seen your average basket size decline, though, slightly in 2025. What do we take from that?
That's correct. Because of the formats differentiation in the market, we have a 200 square meter store to 2,000 square meter store. So whenever we go to the established neighborhoods where the property to get a larger stores is very difficult, so we are looking for smaller format stores. And when we go to the smaller format stores, the basket becomes very small, particularly on the meal solutions or cafes or immediate consumption products range. We have seen almost a 30% growth on those categories. So customers repeatedly come to the stores, and they wanted to ensure that they come for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from our stores.
To get back to the price pressures, though, when we spoke to Mark, he said, look, customers are asking them for lower prices. Are you feeling customer behaviour reaction to price points? You mentioned the private label there, and one of the reasons that customers like a white labelled good is because they tend to come in slightly lower than branded products. Is this something that you are feeling and hearing from customers?
We, as I mentioned, we are very conscious of delivering customers, those who are looking at pricing through our private label. So if we look at our private label products in the shelf, if you go to the physical store, and you can see that it is very competitively priced. So I don't think that we don't have an option for customers who are looking for a price option. We have an option for them. At the same time, we are also looking at the tiering within the assortments and ensure that we give a varieties of assortments which has the capability to explain the pricing requirement. And customers wanted to have a top tier product, we have it. At the same time, customers are looking for an entry tier product. We try to provide those products range as well for them.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Unfortunately, we do have to leave it there. It is just gone 46 minutes past 7. Thank you for your time. Sunil Kumar is the CEO of Spinneys.